These financial tips and resources are brought to you by USAA, a proud supporter of America's military, serving veterans and their families since 1922.
So they say there's a couple guarantees in life, death and taxes, which is why I'm sure you're going to tell us life insurance is important. There's a lot of options out there. What specifically should military families choose from?
Definitely take advantage of SGLI, which is a Service Members Group life insurance. It is extremely low cost. You can get it up to about $400,000. You can even get SGLI for your spouse up to $100,000. And that's the purpose of life insurance, is to provide for whatever your goals are for your family in case something bad happens. But they also want to think about getting some private life insurance, which is life insurance they own that is outside the military, because at some point you will no longer be in the military. Either you will retire and transition to a civilian job, or you were separate before retirement and that SGLI doesn't go with you. And unfortunately, with the rigors of the military lifestyle, our health sometimes gets worse. And so getting that life insurance now while you're young enables you to maintain that protection for your family after you leave the military. And there's two types. There's term or temporary life insurance, will be for a certain amount of time, 10, 20, 30 years, and it's usually cheaper because it's going to go away. But then there's also that permanent life insurance aspect that's going to be for the rest of your life. Because the death you mentioned, when you die, there's going to be expenses. There's going to be expenses to bury you. There's going to be expenses for family members to come fly for your burial. There's also going to be those final medical expenses that may or may not be covered. And that permanent life insurance, just like the term, helps pay for those bills so that your family is not put in a worse financial situation because of your death.
It's very important for a spouse to have insurance as well. There's income that the spouse is providing that also would need to be taken care of. So especially if there's children involved, you need to think about the expenses for continuing child care, continuing those household things that a life insurance plan could potentially take care of if the spouse passes away as well.
What type of career? You might have to change careers if you lost your spouse.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So do you advise that military families have both term and whole life?
So Lauren, I think one of the important things to remember is that what makes sense for you and your family as far as life insurance right now may not be the same 5 years from now or 10 years from now. So one of the things that we always try to do is have folks look at that life insurance relative to the things Josh talked about: paying off liabilities, replacing income, final expenses, education, and other goals. Look at the full picture and assess, do I have enough life insurance now? We have calculators on USAA.com that can help folks do that, but you just have to remember it's a moving target and it's going to change as your life changes.